guys, Coach Enoch here. Today I want to talk to you about hill bounding. This is something that the great Arthur Lydiard brought about. It's a great training technique to bring more power and force generation to your stride. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to find a hill that's relatively steep. It can be even a little more steep is fine. Somewhere around 4 to 6 or maybe even 8% grade is good, but on the steeper side is great. And it doesn't have to be really long. You're going to keep these at 10 to maybe 20 seconds at a time. I'm going to take you through 3 different exercises, but what I really wanted to explain first is the goal of these is generating force into the ground and then force off the ground and pushing yourself forward. And what's great about this exercise is it's going to make you stronger. This is kind of like strength training for runners, but it also is going to make you more injury resistant. It's going to help you avoid things like hamstring injuries with getting that power and that strength through your tendons. And also things like Achilles tendonitis or plantar fasciitis, a lot of these common running injuries, this actually can help them get better. Again, if you have a serious injury right now, you probably don't want to do it, but it can help them get better and also just avoid future injuries. So check it out. Hope you enjoy the video and hit subscribe.
Okay, so before we jump into these exercises, I highly recommend that you do at least, a 10, 15, or even 20, or even longer easy run to really warm up your body, get your body ready. You can even do some dynamic stretching, some dynamic drills, since these are explosive movements and you don't want to get injured. So make sure you're thoroughly warmed up. The other thing is, I highly recommend that you take full recovery between each one. So that can mean, 20, 30, 40 seconds just walking back down the hill, recovering. This isn't supposed to be an aerobic exercise, how we're executing these drills. It's just supposed to be, really strength work and power and form. So the first one we're going to go through, and I would say this is the easiest as far as the fact that it's more similar to our running motion, is hill knees. So this is basically high knees. You can see as I started going, high knees, but going up a hill, which makes it more dynamic, more power intensive, but you're just looking for this quick movement. And what you want to focus on with this is that pull. This is something we want when we're running, that we're using the glute to pull the leg back. You can see it moves under us to land right there underneath. This is going to reduce our impact force, but also reduce our ground contact time. So this is actually the one of these drills that's more running specific. And so what you really want to focus on is you just tap that ground. You're not pushing out the ground. Tap the ground, pull the knee forward. And with this knee pull forward, what you'll notice is the foot lifts up towards the butt, which shortens the lever of the leg and allows you to get around quickly for that next stride. You're not using the hamstring to lift the foot. Is just this quick pull here forward with the knee off the ground actually lifts that foot high up here and allows us to get it around quickly, and also then from an elevated place to bring more force to the ground for the next stride. So this is hill knees. This one moves into hill spring. So you can see here's at real time for the hill knees, boom, 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 just real quick. Next, hill springs. This is where this becomes more dynamic and more explosive. You're now looking to slow it down. You can see this is real time here. It's slower. It's that real emphasis on power into the ground and then pushing off the ground from there. You can see the leg will really straighten and drive out the back to drive us up and forward. And now the arms, as opposed to being like a running motion, are now becoming more of that explosive power and push up, and this arm driving back here really helps emphasize this big, nice, powerful movement into the ground. And so this is kind of the easier form of hill bounds, because the emphasis is really just on this quick down and up movement as opposed to forward and up. So you go from the hill knees, which is that quick movement, to these hill springs, which are really looking to use your leg like a spring up and down. And then the next one we're going to look at is called hill skips. So this is more similar to kind of like doing A skips or something like that. Let me get it in frame here. Here's real time. The difference with this one is you're springing off the leg and landing on that same leg. This actually makes this easier than doing the hill bounce, which we'll get into next, because it's a little less difficult because you're not having to bring your leg around. You're just driving yourself up and really practicing that movement that we're going to look for on the next one. And what I recommend is most of us can do the hill knees, the hill springs, and the hill skips. But the hill bounds, which we're going to get into next, are the most difficult. So what you want to do is make sure you can do these first, or maybe you only stay here with the hill springs and the hill skips. But if you're able to get through those, then what we go to are the hill bounds. So the hill bounds is a combination of basically the hill springs and the hill skips, but you're switching legs in the air. This one's quite challenging, but really gets this big emphasis on the sweeping arm and the power. You're really wanting to straighten that leg and drive yourself up. It's not how fast you move forward, but that force you can bring down into the ground and then transfer that out the back and really send yourself up and out, up and out. And you can see it's, a little strange looking. It's not really the same as, a running movement, but it really does a great job of strengthening and getting that power that we're looking to get from this exercise. So really focus on driving the arms and the legs, and you want to continue to look forward and out, not down at the ground, because if you start to look down at the ground, your hips usually will shift back, and that's not what we want. We want to stay more vertical here and really keep that nice, strong, powerful posture that allows us to drive this leg out the back. So here's in real time. You can see that bounding motion, really using the arms and the legs in unison. You're not moving super fast, but it's really, really challenging. Hope you enjoy this video and these drills.